Okay, city administrator reports.
We have the public hearing for the community development block grant. We'll probably try to set that up next week. Now, you need to know that the council is not required to be at this particular public hearing. All it amounts to is, the time is available for the people in the city, community, to come in and make suggestions on what they would want to see the money used for. In the many years that I've done this, I've never really seen more than a handful of people in total during the entire time. But Judy Langford will be there, I will be there, Angie will be there. It'll be a few minutes after 5 o'clock, so we don't have to wait too awfully late. And be here available to see if anybody has any suggestions for the community development block grant. It's one of the necessary steps in applying for that grant. And one of the next things beyond that will be then to do the survey of the people in the area, where we can determine the demographics and finances of the folks in the area along Bryant Street, where we're going to be trying to do this community development block grant. Remember, it's a 75% grant for the water line and a certain amount of the street repair. At the same time, we're looking at the engineers to see if they can give us some suggestions on drainage up in that area, because that is one of the drainage problems. You've heard it a couple times already, but the old city hall is pretty much complete, almost complete. We're having the bars put on the back windows. That's the only thing left to do. And once that gets done, we're going to be ordering, measuring it out, and then ordering the racks so we can use that back room for record storage and start cleaning up the attic and the room here in City Hall. Jim and Ray and I are going to be attending a North Central Texas COG training session this Friday concerning annexation. We're having a couple of requests for annexation here, and so we need desperately to take advantage of this. Also, next Monday, Jim and I are going to be going to Waco to meet with one of my contacts in the engineering and / architect business. Right now, on the entrance to Oakdale, we have 2 separate drawings, 2 opinions, and that's kind of dragged out the process because it's been said that the architecture drawing is not adequate, so they had to do engineering. The engineering drawing was so over-engineered that it raised the cost up an extra $15,000. Jim and I have talked a little bit to a friend of mine there in Waco who has the expertise and has the architects on his staff. And we're going to be asking them a couple more questions, to try to, solve some of the disagreements we have between architects and engineers here in town. So that'll be next Monday afternoon in the middle of Waco to do that. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, are you finished?
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Getting this fuel man report and looking at the others, it looks like there were a couple of departments left off.
They're not left off, and we can discuss that under personnel in the executive session.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
A good question for Kyle. Can you say who I know Rainbow out there won't annex in, you said there's a couple?
Anthony Rufino.
Oh, okay.
And the
Phase 3 or whatever.
yes, it's phase 3. There's some activity on the Larry Smith property also, and to say activity, it's well in advance of actually knowing what's going on. I'm going to be involved with the owner of that tomorrow to kind of see what he's got in his mind, and that may include some annexation also. And it might give us a little bit better information on what they're looking at doing that would affect that lift station that's going to be necessary for that area. Some of what he's doing I know does not require a lift station, but depending on what he does and how he does it, it depends on what will direct some of what we would